There is nothing like ladder, and there is also nothing like staircase. This is called the Malam step, and this is how we go up every day. When I first came here, I've built for years, and every time I start a project, I have to relearn how to actually climb the Malam step. See. I beg, MU. Kolumi, are you sure you are safe? See the way you are holding the stuff. How would you go down? Welcome everyone to my channel again, and if you don't know me, if you're here for the first time, please feel free to check the page. I'm a developer here in Lagos, and what I'm showing you is the experience of building a 5-bedroom fully detached in Lekki. So this is my project in Lekki phase 1, and we are currently on the first floor decking. Right, we are currently working on the irons, and by probably Monday or Tuesday we'll be casting and ready to build up the first floor. So welcome to Lekki for sure. And well, yeah, I think the last time I was here, right? I mean the last time we did a video, I'm always here almost every day. The last time we did a video, we were on, I think, foundation level, right? And now you can see the progress reports, right? We are currently working on the first floor. So yeah, one of the first things, right, that I can't wait to see done is going to be this facade that you see right here. I think you can see this carpentry work right here. It's called the form work, right? There is a particular facade that we're trying to design here, and I can't wait for the iron benders to come in to, do their work on it so that we can cast it and see how it comes out, because most of the design is I wouldn't say it is unnecessary, but at the end of the day, it's part of what makes the house very, very unique. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the first floor to see what it looks like, what the iron benders have done, what the carpenters have done, and and the floor plan of the particular floor. So you ready? Let's go. So today, just know that you guys have become builders. So every time in Lekki, you're always seeing the finished work. You understand? Then once you see the finished work, you complain. But now we are showing you how it is from the ground. So for you to get up, there is nothing like ladder, and there is also nothing like staircase. So I'm going to show you what we use to actually climb the first floor, and that's what all the developers use as well. But I believe that at the end of the day, we're doing YouTube, right? And this is how we learn. If there's any other alternative to actually get to the first floor, while constructing, you can also share. So this is called the Malam step. So yeah, and this is how we go up every day. When I first came here, I've built for years, and every time I start a project, I have to relearn how to actually climb the Malam step. So yep, if you are scared of heights, this is not for you. Sure, you understand? Just observe the site from downstairs. So yeah, so welcome to the first floor. I believe that if you've watched my video, I showed you what the ground floor looks like. Pelumi, are you safe? You're not wearing helmets. Let Lagos State catch you. See. I beg, MU. Pelumi, are you sure you are safe? See the way you are holding the stuff. How would you go down?
This place is even safer than here.
So first things first, right? Let's look at the floor plan of this floor. This is, you can see the void here, right? This is where the staircase and the lift would be, right? So you're gonna have a staircase that goes around here, up to there, then it lands right here, right? Then you have the lift that goes from here all the way to the last floor. So this is a 2-floor, a G plus 2, which is ground plus 2 floors, right? And now we have, at the end of the day, I already know it at the back of my head. So once you get in here, right, I think we have a family lounge right there. So as you come up, okay, yeah, exactly. We have a family lounge right there. This is the extension of the family lounge, right? So let me just point out so you can see. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll just make it plain. So we have the family lounge here. Then over here, we're going to have railings that overlook the living room. You have a high ceiling right here. Then over here is going to be the cinema, right? So you have a space here for the cinema. So as soon as you walk in here, you're looking at the cinema right here. Then here you have all this space you see here. You have for the madam's room, right? Madam's room takes all this space. Then over here is going to be a balcony, right? Over here is going to be a balcony for the madam. So just imagine the amount of space the madam has, like a walk-in wardrobe and a bathroom, right? Now, if you now follow me this way, you would see that this space you have behind here has these 2 rooms here, right? So you have 2 rooms which are going to be called the children's room. And one thing that we do is we ensure, that they all have their own balcony, right? The room on the right has its balcony on the side of the house, which is on that side, overlooking the lagoon, the Lagos Lagoon. Or should I we call it the Lekki Peninsula Lagoon, right? Then we have another room here. On the side, you also have the balcony overlooking the Lekki Lagoon, right? And that's what you have on this side of the house. Anyways, I'm sure you look at this, right? We have the dots here, because of poor, what should I call it? Now, the way developers build in Lagos, right? They always put the pipes inside the wall. Now, because you cannot control artisans and you cannot literally, control the quality of the artisans and how they handle your pipes. So sometimes when the plumber puts a pipe in the wall, the carpenter or the bricklayer could puncture it, right? And at the end of the day, you won't know because they would now fill it up with cement, right? When you plaster and you paint. Then once the people who buy the house come inside and they run their water or they flush their toilets, what you now have leakages, like which cause a lot of moist on the ceiling. And how do you fix that? You either have to break the wall. You have to break the wall actually to get to the pipes. So we try to change that here, right, in this building by making dots, meaning that all the pipes in the house are easily accessed without breaking anything, right?
Yes,
Do you want to go for and explain?
Yes, sir. So we have ducts in every side of the building where all our toilets and drainage system are all passed through the duct, so that if anything need to be fixed, they just enter the duct and it's accessible.
Yeah. So it's accessible. So we have dots all around the building, in front and at the side and also in the bathroom. So yeah, so that's that. So we know that every leakages or whatever can be easily controlled, or any issues with the pipe can be easily controlled. And again, because I remember when I did the last project I did, I realized at the end of the project, when we were doing the finishing, we noticed that there was a drainage for the garage. Water wasn't going through. And when we checked, we found out that somebody put sheets, literally shat inside, put a lot of cement inside the pipes. And guess what? We had to rig the wall to actually access it. And since then, I said I was never going to bury my pipes in the wall. And that's the change we made here. So we know this is one of the most controversial part of the house, which is the supposed pool area. Now, after the reviews we've got from the last, property we did, and also from developers, swimming pool, right? We've decided to change what we are delivering here. So I did a design, right? And I'm sure you'll be able to see it on your screen, right? Now, this is the idea we are trying to create here. So we are going with the jacuzzi, sauna, right? Outdoor cinema, and like a sit-out area. Also creating, what looks like a pool deck as well, just to beautify the area. As opposed to actually making a swimming pool here. So I would like you guys to actually tell me if this is better than just having a pool in this area, because we know that the size is not quite big. So we have a pool, you won't have areas to walk around because we want the pool to be large. But since we are replacing it with this, what do you guys think? So you guys can tell me now before I decide on what to do. So now you've seen what we've we are developing, right? And as a real estate agent as well, I can show you what developers are also building in this community. And this is called Lekki Foreshore. If you don't know this area in Lekki Phase 1, right? We have properties starting at as low as 600,000. No, for apartments, actually, you can get for as low as, I think, 160 to 250, 300 million for two-bedroom, three-bedroom apartments here. And fully detached goes as high as 800 to 1.4 billion, which is what we're going to be showing you. So I'm going to show you a project in a community for 1.4 on 2 floors, right? And I'm going to be showing you another one, a one-story building for 800 million, right? So let's get it. We are in Lekki for sure. Now, before I introduce you to the properties here, first of all, let's talk about the location, right? Now, looking at the design or the structure of the island, looking at Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Lekki itself, right? Now, Lekki Phase 1 is one of the oldest location on the island, right? I think it was previously called Morocco, right? And I think looking at the plan, right, you don't have enough lands for people in this location. Because you have a lot of villas, because in areas like this, sometimes you have to either make it more of high-rise to save land for generations to come. The people in Lagos State are focused on building villas all around. Now, lands became smaller and smaller. Now, what Lagos State and some private developers did was they decided to sandfill the area in Lekki Phase 1, and they call it Lekki Foreshore, where you have the Crescendo, Orange Island, and I think around you also have what they call the Perico Estates. And now comes the Lekki Foreshore. And developers bought into this water that was sandfilled, and now it became what it is today. And now here you have villas and apartments selling in this location. Now, looking at the villas here, you have different type of designs, right? Now, if you look around you, you can see, you can count them, like up to 20 villas all around us, right? And it gives you about 20 options to choose in this community. I'm going to be showing you what a 2-floor pre-detached built on 480 square meter looks like. Let's check it out. Now, looking at this villa, this is sitting on 480 square meter. And starting with the compound, I mean, I know what you have to say, right? The first thing is, where are the plants, right? So if you look at it, you have 3 trees here. At the end of the day, you can see the intentionality here when the developer is giving you the planters over here, because at the end of the day, it takes time, and if you give this about 3 to 4 months, it grows, right? And it starts to fill up the space. And over here is where you have the trees as well. And let's look at the finishing of this property. You can see it's finished with the tiles, which actually gives it a very unique view. We look at it, because at the end of the day, I think developers now, we probably need to start looking for other ways to, finish our properties, except from using paints. And people are now complaining about white paint. Now we can also start to look at different finishing design to actually finish the entire building. Now let's check out the interior. One thing I've learned now in Nigerian real estate market is a lot of people admire the double volume ceiling now. And when we go on viewings, you can hear people say, oh, does it have a double volume ceiling? Does it have a double volume? Even when the budget is probably around 200 million or like 150 million, right? Everybody are looking for double volume ceiling. So I think when developers are building now, they need to start considering having double volume ceiling, even if it's to reduce the size of the house from a 4-bedroom to 3-bedroom, right? Just to, please the customers. Now, here you have your dining area, TV console design, right? And what we have is a board, right? As compared to having tiles, right? Which still works. And you can also decide to do your own finishing, right? to make it more comfortable for you, or choose your preference. Now, what thing we're going to do is we're going to try and furnish this space, right, with furnitures using AI, so you can have a feel of what this living room feels like after you buy it. Now, one thing that we shouldn't forget is the fact that we have the conduit AC, right? And for every single luxury villa now, obviously has to come with the conduit AC. We know how expensive it is, even when you are shipping it as well. But at the end of the day, you just have to do it as long as the price is already getting to 1 billion, right? Like this house. So now you also have the inbuilt speaker, and here you have your elevator, because climbing 2 floors every day is actually stressful. So we probably need the elevator in a house built on 2 floors, right? Except for the staircase. So let's walk into the kitchen. You can see it's separated with the see-through glass, right? Which is not a bad finishing compared to having an open plan kitchen. And if we look at the space in this kitchen, right? I think the plan looks quite different. And I think one thing the outlier here might be the wall over here, because we have, I think, a pillar here. It kind of obstructs that squared space. Do you understand? So when you come here, you are not sure if you have a big kitchen or you have a small kitchen, right? But I know that it is not small. Okay. And I believe this probably was crafted to create like a store illusion or something, because you can see you have a space here. And coming here, I can see that it's actually created for the washing machine, right? So this is actually, I can spend minutes here talking about that, because what the developer has done is try not to put the washing machine in the kitchen, right, and created a wall to separate the washing machine from the kitchen. So I don't know if this catches your attention. If you like this, you can let us know in the comment section, and if you don't, let us also know. Then we have your double door refrigerator, refrigerator, and I believe enough space, right, to store your stuffs, your food stuff. Then you have this for your ingredients and your I think you can store your plates here. Yeah, you can store your plates here as well, right? And some ingredients or your cups. Then CCTV camera, and yes, actually the camera guy don't show me that there's a store here, because I was about to miss it, which is you can actually can actually miss it easily. So look at that illusion right there, right? Then you have your store over here, which is properly hidden, because I won't lie, if you didn't tell me, I won't have known actually. And this way leads us to the backyard. Now let's see what the developer has done here. So sit out, right? Gazebo finishing. What's missing now is probably the chair, right? Then you have your pool over here, and like I said, tell me if this is enough space for you. It's quite dirty because the property is still under construction. Just small touches here and there, but this is your pool. So the question here is, actually this works, right? Because you have a sit out space here. It's not too tight. You have space to chill, have a grill, and you have also a good space for your pool. Then you have also space here to walk around. So let us know if this is a good swimming pool size for you or not. Let's go. One of the things I like about the house is the fact that it comes with a lift, and I don't have to climb the staircase every day as the owner of the house. Now, we have 3 rooms on this floor. We're on the first floor. 3 rooms here. You have your second living room. And one of the things we do now is use AI to create a space for you and make it look like what it might look like when you buy, right? And now you can see what you can use this space for. So we know we have a seat over here, that you have a TV console here where you and kids and family can actually watch movie and have a good time instead of using the ground floor. Now looking at this space, right? So we obviously have the madam's room over here and the children room over here. Then now the double volume space, I believe this is one of the reasons why people like this. You can literally just rest, chill, and look at the kids play or see what's going on downstairs on the ground floor. Now, moving to what I would call the madam's room, because madam's room is like the second biggest room in the house, right? I don't know if that is valid, but yes, second biggest bedroom in the house. Spacious, it has its own balcony, and from here you can see have the view of like the community. Now check out what the view looks like. Um, you have a view of your parking lots and also the view of the community. And if you look at the side over there, you can also see the Lekki Lagoon view as well. Now, over here we have the mini walk-in closet, not so much, but has a lot of space to store your clothes, shoes, and your valuables. Then over here is the bathroom. At the end of the day, I love to also give real reviews about every property I see, and I also have my own opinion of what I think makes sense, how and whatnot. For the tiles, I'm not bullish on the tiles because when you have a bathroom, you always want lights, right? And you always want to ensure that the tiles actually reflect the lights coming from the ceiling, right? And I'm not getting that vibe here. But one thing I would like is the soap dish that you have over here. How it is long enough for you to store, a lot of your soap and face wash and whatever you use every day. Then on this floor, we also have two rooms. So we're going to be checking one of the rooms to see how spacious it is. Here we have one room, and I wish we had the inbuilt. I always like inbuilt. Like I always like inbuilt. I always ensure that my architects always give me inbuilt when we are building, right? But here you have at least enough wardrobe for you, and you have enough space. It's actually quite big. And over there you have the bathroom as well. And also, most importantly, ventilation. With most of the tours I've seen, I'm not sure people really talk about ventilation that comes to the house. So you have a window. It's not floor to ceiling, but at least does the job as well. Now, moving on, we are going to the last floor now. Now, over here on the last floor, we have two extra rooms, right? Which makes it 6 bedroom for 1.4 billion, including the cinema. So let's not forget that we have the lift over here. Then we have the cinema, which is obviously unfurnished. And I can't hear myself, but my noise here or my sound is trapped in here. So as I speak, I know that nobody will be able to hear me outside because I can hear myself too much. That's giving me migraine. Now over here we have the bathroom, or should I call it the washroom at the end of the day. So in case you are watching TV and immediately you have an emergency, you come in here. Hopefully this works for smell as well. But at the end of the day, you have the washroom here, and you have a spacious indoor cinema that could take about, I think 6-seater or 5-seater with space to move around. Then here you have one room on this floor, two rooms. One room, you have a box room over here, and here you have the masters, right? Very spacious. I like the fact that you have a big master room over here. As you can see, the size, echo because of how big it is. Then you have your closet over here. I would have loved that this is separated from the room, so that it gives me a grand entrance when I'm coming into the walk-in closet, right? And I believe that people might want more. You might want more, space to store your stuff, because I know the masters have a lot of clothes, or especially when you're married, for his and hers, right? So here you have the closet, and over here is going to be the bedroom. Now, a space that stands out here is this one. So I believe that if you want to have your office, right, you can have like a small workspace here, right, for you to just do your daily work at home, right? So if you work from home, you have something to make use of, or you could use the extra 6 room for that. Then you have your balcony, also overlooking the community as well. Wow. I spoke to someone, and the person was saying the culture in America is they like the master bedroom to be on the ground floor. But in Nigeria, we always like it to be on the last floor because it makes you look big, since you can look down on other people or something like that. Then look at the terrace you have up here, where you can have the gazebo, you can have a sit-out area, you can, sit, relax, there's enough space, right? And maybe watch football out here. I'll probably put a screen here, so that maybe at night If I want to watch football, basketball, whatnot, I can just come out, watch while I'm getting some fresh air. And then, so here you have the master bathroom, right? Is and has walk-in shower over there. And here you have the bathtub and the WC. Also, you have the soap dish for the walk-in shower and also the the bathtub. So, I mean, I believe that's everything currently for this house. So, what we'll do is let's check out what the other unit looks like, especially the one-story building. Over here, you have the properties priced at 800. So, if you get the gist, and they are all 5 bedrooms for the properties built on one floor, built on also 480 square meter, right? And the reason why you have the mixture is to ensure that you have I don't want to say affordable, right? Because at the end of the day, that's going to be weird, right? If we call 800 million affordable. So, but we have lower prices in this area where you have the 5 bedroom built on one floor. Let's just check out what the compound looks like. And if we look at the design, right, the developer here also tried to be different. At the end of the day, we have the white paint that people want a different color. People want creativity in colors, right? But you have the white paint mixed with the wall panels, right? And also you have this steel facade, right, on the balcony. And looking at the compound space, it's finished with the tiles, and you have the planters on the left side and also planters on the right side. Then you have some planted trees as well, just to also invite that greenery that everybody wants, right? So if you're looking to buy a property in Lekki Phase 1, this community for sure is a fast-growing community, and this is one of the best places to live in. Currently, you also have 24 hours power supply here with clean water, access to clean water. So what has been done is that they've created like a reservoir that serves the whole estate, right? Means that the estate controls the lights and controls the water. So to ensure that you have clean water all around, treated water all around, and also 24-hour supply. Then the whole community here also share that same power to ensure that the amount you pay on electricity bill is actually reduced, because the higher the number, the cheaper the electricity bill. So if you're interested in investing here, buying a property or living here, you know who to call. And thanks for watching.